Hey Flosstube, my name is Christine and I'd like to welcome you to Stitching in the Burrow. Today is January the 5th, I believe, and this is Flosstube number 17. So January 5th, 2024. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and holiday season and a happy and healthy new year. We were quite busy, so I didn't have an opportunity really to make a floss tube. I had grandbabies over and family and, all of those things. So I have a huge pile of stuff, if you could see it in front of me. And it's like a hot mess express in here, but I'm going to try to do my best to kind of stay on track and get everything done. I did want to start off this video with announcing the winners because I realized that I did not announce them the last video. That was my bad. But this is the winners of the giveaways that I had for reaching 1,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate everyone who does subscribe to my channel and who takes the time to comment or like my videos. I love a lot of different floss tubers that I watch, and I know just how challenging this can be to make the videos and take the time, and just for everybody to take the time to actually watch them. So I just want to let you know how much I appreciate that. So we're going to go on, and let me go ahead and start with those winners. And I'm going to give you your name that you have on YouTube. And so if it is your name, my email address is, I'll put it in the show notes below. You can just email me your address so that this way I can get these things sent out to you. Okay, so one of the giveaways that we had was a piece of Silent Night fabric by Forbidden Fiber Company. And this one is going to, I think it's Mia Maria AHO 8992. Mia Maria AHO 8992. If that's you, drop your information in the show notes for me so I can get this to you. Congratulations. The next one was for Flying Lessons by Silver Creek Samplers, and this one is going to Allison Burgoyne. I hope I said that right. It's Burgoyne. So Allison Burgoyne 5418. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. I apologize, but I think that's what it is. So Allison, please get in touch with me. And the other one was Autumn Love. And this one is going to Stephanie Gallart 130. Stephanie Gallart 130. So Stephanie, please reach out to me. Congratulations to all of you. And hopefully I'll have some more giveaways just as soon as possible. As soon as I can get everything organized, right? So I've got a lot to show you because I haven't made a video in several weeks. So I was wrapping up categories for the month of December. I've started categories again for the month of January. And categories is it's a game that I believe is under Whip Warriors Facebook group, and they give these different prompts, like 12 different prompts, and then they spin a wheel and they choose a letter, and you have to go ahead and do projects that correspond with that letter. So it's a lot of fun, and it gets some of your whips done that maybe you haven't seen in a while. So I did that. I've got the next one, like I said, upcoming. So I'm just going to go ahead and wrap up categories for last month. And for that one, this one, Snowflake, Mini Snowflake Fairy Tale. And this is by Heaven and Earth Design. This came up as one of the prompts. I believe it was for the cat because the letter was C. So Mini Fairy Tale, Mini Snowflake Fairy Tale. And we are, let's see. This is where I am, and I worked on it more in here. So don't ask me the rhyme or reason for how this one's being stitched. I have no clue. I apologize if you hear my washer in the background. We had a coffee explosion. My husband dumped coffee all over the clean load of laundry. So here we are. We're doing it again. The next one was holiday chalkboard. Again, it fell under C. I think it was for like Christmas. And this is holiday chalkboard by the Cross Stitch Studio. And if you're new here, all of my projects are done on 18 count usually, unless I tell you something different. This is on 18 count white Ada, I believe. This is one of the newer patterns that just came out on Cross Stitch Studio. And this is its sad little start right there. But a start to start, I think that's probably what, like 300 stitches maybe? So it served the prompt, it got started, here we are. Another one that fell under categories, this was for like ocean themed, and it was for the coral that's on here. And this is also my rainy day piece. So this is Turtle Voyage by Artecy. So I did get a little bit more done on this when it wasn't a rainy day. And I'm trying to remember where I worked. I think I worked, yes, I worked in this area back over here with him. So him, her, it, whatever it is. Love it. It's coming out great. This will continue on in 2024 to be my piece that there's any precipitation, rain, snow, whatever. I shall work on it. I'll have an opportunity tomorrow because I believe it's going to rain. The next one was for categories, and it also fulfilled a prompt under Full Coverage Fanatics, their Facebook group. It was a focus piece for the month that I was doing for them. And for their rules, it just has to be a full coverage piece. It doesn't matter the designer. So this one is Christmas Village by Artecy. And I just started this one this year. Well, excuse me, last year. I think I put the date on here. Well, it would be on page 1, I think. So, if I could tell you the day that I started. Just kidding, I didn't mark it. So, anyway, this is going to be a long piece this way. So I managed to get quite a bit done. So that's one good thing about these prompts and stuff. They do encourage me to get, you know, a lot of stitching done. I believe I got from probably here over. So it was quite a bit. Because again, it filled 2 prompts. It filled this category prompt and then the full coverage focus prompt for the month. So, the other one that was for categories for the letter C. I believe this one, it was for a color, and I went with cream in the books. This is Vintage Summer Garden Bookshelf by Heaven and Earth Design. And I got some more done over here in this flower. Well, over in this whole area, honestly. So it worked out pretty well. Making some progress on that. So, and then I think that was it for the rest of the categories that you all had not seen. Excuse me. And then I went ahead and I worked on my Anne of Green Gables. It's my monochromatic piece using DMC 824. And this is the one that I try to do 6 strands a day. I haven't done very well at it. Like I said, we were very busy for the holidays between going to family's houses. I was still recovering from being ill. Now my son and his entire family, all 4 of his children and his wife, they are all very, very sick. Thank goodness no one else has gotten it again. So they got it. My daughter-in-law started getting over it. My son had it. Started with my oldest granddaughter. She gave it to her mom, and then My daughter-in-law gave it to my son. My daughter-in-law was getting better. The youngest baby got it, gave it back to my daughter-in-law, who gave it back to my son, and then the other two boys got it. So, I mean, they've just been passing it. So, it's awful. It's not flu, it's not COVID. I don't know what it is, but it's just like taking people out. But anyway, hopefully none of you all are ill, and if you are, I wish you a speedy recovery. So, on this one, I finished page 3, and I'm starting in the final page over here before I come back down on this side. So, I think it looks amazing. So, it's a very fun stitch. Easy to do because it's all one color. There's no changing colors. A lot of these bigger pieces that you'll be seeing when it came to categories and putting stitches in, it was hard to see a lot of progress because in an hour, if you did confetti, you didn't put a whole lot in. So I would try to do some confetti, then I'd try to find a bigger block of space to fill in, so at least it looked like to me that I made some progress. So the next one I worked on was Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and I have decided that for 2024 this will be my focus piece as usual. So it will be one of my 2 focus pieces. I'm hoping to get this done. This is by the Cross Stitch Studio. Last time I counted, I was at 65 or 67%. I haven't filled it in Pattern Keeper yet, so I have no clue where I'm at. It did not get a lot of progress because I was busy doing everything else. So here we are. See, yeah. Down here by the little boy with his pajamas, I did that piece of greenery there, and I started the Christmas ball that's attached to it. So this one going forward, let's see, I believe it has to have 176 stitches a day. But I'll talk about this later in my plans. I don't want to keep jumping back and forth to what's 2024 now, so. But that one will be worked on. And hopefully a finish. Another one that I worked on was Kringle's Store. And this is by Little House Needleworks. It's just Kringle's is what it's called. And I apologize for having to keep clearing my throat. On this one, I went ahead and I worked some more on the bricks down here. Yeah, the bricks down here and this part up in here. So I've made some progress with that. And this one is on a piece of Ocean Kiss fabric. And this one is 16 count. And then I worked on a winter long ago. And this is by Heaven and Earth Design. And this one may have been for categories too, because maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I did a lot of work down in here by this tree, trying to fill in parts of that. And I think I may have come over here. I think I did the majority of the work though in the tree. So. Then there was, I call it Christmas Shop. That's what it is called. This one's by Charting Creations. Yeah. I love doing this one. It's got a lot of busy in there, but it's also very confetti heavy. So I think I worked on this a couple times, but I did a lot of confetti. So I worked over here, actually. Right here, I got all of this put in. And I think when I was working on it one other time, it may have been over in here by the plane. So, making progress. Then I had someone ask me about this next one, I think on my Instagram, and unfortunately I'm not sure where you can get it from. When I purchased it, it was at Dixie Darling in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and they are no longer open in the shop. But I do know that the individual, the designer, Linda Myers, she did pass away, so I don't know what they're doing with her stuff, or find it on eBay or what have you, but this is called Over the River and Through the Woods. Now this looks very muted here, I guess. When you see it here, there's a big difference in how it comes out. So I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to have it on my wall. I did a lot of work up here, putting in this sleigh and the trees and all of this over here. Sorry for my dogs. Who knows what they're barking at? Could be a leaf, could be anything. They've just been randomly barking at nothing. Then this came up as this was a prompt for categories. I think it was for a book prompt. So this is A Christmas Carol. So again, the letter was C. This is what it was supposed to look like. You can see it all here. Not all of it, but part of it. So I decided when I started to put in the lettering around it, that says that I will honor Christmas in my heart. All of this stuff up here. I didn't like the way it was coming out. So I just decided to leave it, and this is where I ended, and I will make an ornament of this. I do not know the color of this fabric. I do know that it is a fabric by Brandy with Bestitch Me Fabrics, but unfortunately the other half I gave, I think, to my daughter to do maybe the same project on. I think we were both doing them together, and I think she has the actual side that has the card. So that is a completion, and it will be off my whip pile. Let me see. Oh, I think it's farther along. Anyway, we'll go on. Then this next one fit the prompt for Stitching the Seasons, and that was through, is through Full Coverage Fanatics. It's one of their prompts, and it is for January. So this one I picked is like the winter season. So I knew I had not done too much on this and wanted to make some progress. It's Radio City. Yeah, Christmas Spectacular. This is by Stitches So Beautiful. And they have a lot of really nice patterns if you want to go take a look at them. And I made a little bit of progress, a lot more than I had. I think the last time you all saw it, it was just this piece here. So all of this stuff I've put in additional. That is going to be a prompt for the rest of the month. So yeah, it'll get a little bit more love on it. Candylicious, this next one, this was actually a prompt on categories for last month, and it was, you know, do a pattern that starts with the letter, and since the letter was C, Candylicious fit perfectly, and this is by Heaven and Earth Design. This is also a sal that myself and Erin, the stay-at-home stitcher, is doing. You're more than welcome to join in. I've seen other people stitching it, so if you would like to join in, it's hashtag Candylicious Sal, S-A-L. So this one, way back here. The work I did was over here. I did the majority of this stuff right in here. So this one is such a fun piece to work on because, you know, just about the time you're getting bored of a certain color, it changes. So, and look how vibrant that is. I hope it's coming over that way to y'all. I believe this one will be in my rotation for this year as well because it's the sale. So, and then I switched over. I think it's Stitch Talk Haid. So Stitch Talk HAED. Stitch Talk Haid Challenge has been around for a couple years, and we do the 12 days of Haid. So like the 12 days of Christmas. So it starts December 26th through January 6th, those 12 days. And you can either start 12 new whips, start some new whips, work on whips, start 12 new projects, work on some whips, start some, whatever you want to do. But they're Heaven and Earth design only. So the 12 that I have picked that I've worked on so far, Reader's Paradise, and I actually put this puzzle together during, was it from after Thanksgiving to Christmas? I don't know, somewhere in my time off. I actually put the puzzle together because I have the puzzle. And that was a lot of fun. I think my daughters joined in to help me get that puzzle put together. So the work that I did on this one is over here in this corner, and obviously you can see how much I did right there. But again, this is absolutely a gorgeous piece. It is huge. But it was so much fun putting the puzzle together and then actually seeing what I had to look forward to stitch on this one. So I'm pretty excited, and I got to see, you know, the areas that I've already stitched. So this is fun. And I believe my niece is working on this one as well. She's the Stitching Penguin, Ashley. So she started this one. I think hers is on a 25 count though. Another one that falls under, that one's not supposed to be there yet. The 12 days of Haid is Spirit Wolf. I have not had much work on this one, so I thought this would be a good time to bring it out and let me work on it. So I got quite a bit done. It's over here, this chunk, you know, and when it is, I mean, you just have a day to stitch on it. So whatever your time limit is for that day, that's what I had. So if I had 2 hours, I had 2 hours. If I had 30 minutes, I had 30 minutes. But, you know, I was happy with the fact that they got some love and got touched. So, another one under there. I actually think I'm missing one of my work. Oh, nope, here it is. Wrong stack. Okay. This one is Wolf Maiden. And this one's cool because up in the clouds and everything, there's all different heads and everything throughout it, and it's extremely colorful. I love working on this one. I'm right about here where you can see that wolf head starting to form there. So this is where I am. I don't know if this will serve some other prompt this year. I'll tell you about that in my plan, so who knows what may come out this year. The next one is the wolf Seem to have a theme here. I don't have the color picture of this one, but it is absolutely gorgeous. This is Mini Spirit of the Pack. This is one of my older whips by Heaven and Earth Design. This one has a ton of confetti in it, but it is so very much worth. I worked in here down by the tree, and this is done on a 14 count piece of Aida. This is when I first got back into stitching, and I have too much stitched on this. There's no way I'm going to start it over, and I don't think it looks bad, so it's one of my favorite ones, though. I enjoy that one. That one's going to look beautiful when it's framed. The next one is Life is an Open Book, New York. And I am over here. Okay, I don't know where that left off, but it cut me off. So hopefully we'll be able to get this done and you'll be able to see it. But I left off at Life is an Open Book, New York. And this one's another gigantic one. I worked over here in this area, but we have this. So again, I don't know if it'll come up on another prompt. I'm trying not to rush through things, but at the same time, I don't know about my recording space or what have you. I've been having an issue with it. Anyway, hopefully I'll be able to splice these two together. We'll see. The next one is Library Fairy. And this again is under the 12 Days of Hade. I didn't get a lot done on this one. This one. I worked over here. This one has this. So. They're so big. They're just like, they take up so much. So what happens when you try to rush, right? Everything gets all confused. The next one was one of my very first whip getting back into things, and this is Crazy Cat Chloe. And this one is done on a piece of 14 count Aida. And this one's like massive. You can see it. This is just her bun. That's her bun right there. Just a bun. And then we're getting over here where you can see I finished, I think it's page 3 on this. So her bun's as big as my head. And then the last one that I worked on so far for the 12 days, because I'm I think a day or two behind, was Pixie. And I love these colors together. I think I'm going to leave the other ones for the next video, but let me just quickly go ahead and tell you my plans for 2024 going forward. And that is going to be, my focus pieces will be Mommy Kissing Santa Claus and my Anne of Green Gables quick stitch. I don't think you got to see that one. You didn't get to see that one this time. On the 13th of every month, I'll work on my Halloween project. On the 25th of every month, I'll work on Christmas House number 2 by Artecy Design. I'm going to do categories for Whip Warriors every month, so that will bring out other projects of mine for you to see. I'm doing a focus on the Cross Stitch Studio, so we pick a piece and we focus on it, and it's 5,000 stitches, and then you move up a tier every time you reach a 5,000 stitches. So of course that's going to be, it's for the whole year, it's going to be Mommy Kissing Santa Claus because it's my focus piece anyway. Then Stitch Talk Haid is having 365 days of stitching, and my Anne of Green Gables is a Heaven and Earth design. So since I'm focusing on that for the full year, that satisfies that prompt as well. My rainy day piece is going to be Turtle Voyage, 6 strands a day on my Anne of Green Gables quick stitch. And then there's monthly themed events, stitching the season, focusing on a finish, and 2,000 stitches per month. That's all part of Full Coverage Fanatics that I've chosen to do. And so you'll see different projects for those as they come up every month. Right now I'm doing Bringo, and that's with the monthly magazine cross stitch group. They have an acrostic and a theme every month, but I choose to do just Bringo for the month of January. It's kind of like Whip Go. I am doing Whip Go at the same time. And what I'm going to do, I saw someone else who had chosen to do Whip Go, and every time they finished a piece, depending on what number it was, so like you have a board numbered 1 through 25, and you know, like let's say it's number 9 is called. So if they finished that and met their prompt, then they paid themselves $9. You know, if you figure that out, I think it's like $325 or $365. It's 300 and some dollars. If you actually meet all your prompts and you pay yourself for meeting them. So, I mean, what can you do with that at the end of the year? I mean, that's a nice little chunk of money to go purchase some more cross stitch stuff, right? So, I thought I would do that because I thought that was brilliant. So I'm going to go ahead and probably be doing that this year. And so, yeah, everyone's well except for my son's family, like I said. Just trying to get back into work and the groove of things. Hopefully we'll be able to, or I'll be able to make more videos every 2 weeks or so. And I hope you all a great stitching time until I see you all again, and I'll bring you the projects that you have not seen, and all of the new things, the new patterns, the new fabrics, and everything that I receive in between. Until I see you, remember to take care of you. Self-care is important, and have a good time stitching. I'll talk to you then.